Hello there, Jim Steska here, coming to you from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Today I have my recipe of the week, and it's seafood soup. Okay, what I like to do is tell you how I made it. Every Sunday I get up earlier than most people and make a pot of soup, and today I made seafood soup. Okay, what I did was I got a soup pot out, put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in it. Okay. Chopped up some onions, a medium-sized onion. Okay, 2 carrots. I peeled the carrots and chopped them up into small slices. Also chopped up some garlic. Okay, so I heated up the olive oil a little bit, threw those in there, and sautéed them for about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, until they were somewhat soft. After that, I took the seasoning. I learned this little trick from other recipes I've done, to add the seasoning before the liquids and stir it around the whatever you saute, and it just gives it a little bit more flavor. For some reason, I think it does make a difference. But I put the about a teaspoon of basil, teaspoon of oregano. What other? Black pepper. Threw some black pepper in there and stirred it all around. Okay. Then I put 2 cups of chicken stock, unsalted chicken stock. I use Kitchen Basics unsalted chicken stock. I put 2 cups of that in there. I also put 1 cup of white wine. Okay, I just grabbed a white wine off the wine rack I have and threw a cup of that in there. I also threw some tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I shop at Walmart for my groceries, better prices I think, and I get their no salt added diced tomatoes, so I threw those in there. The recipe also called for some can of tomato sauce. I use the Muirglen, Muirglen brand. It's an organic brand, and it's no salt added as well. Okay. What you'll find in order to be the healthiest, that you want to look for any canned goods or anything really, the no salt or low salt versions. Food in its own has enough sodium. For some reason when they put it in a can, they like to add salt to it. Food manufacturers, for whatever reason, it really doesn't need it. Food is salty enough. And if you find something that it really doesn't taste good because it doesn't have that flavor and you want to add your own salt before you eat it, you can do so, but I don't even use a salt shaker. Okay, so it's not something I recommend doing. Sodium intake is important. You want to definitely watch your sodium intake if you want to stay healthy, and I recommend buying anything that you can that's in a can, especially that is either unsalted first. If that version doesn't exist, then go for a low salt version. Okay, but yeah, I use the Muirglen no salt added tomato sauce. Okay, so I stir that all up in the pot and put the lid on it. Turn it on. I have one of these lids that have an air thing that opens up. And once something's boiling in there, it starts to steam and whistle and stuff like that. So I know. So I just turned the heat up on it, so it came to a boil, and I knew it was coming to a boil by the steam and whistle and everything like that. And then I closed the top and turned it down to simmer, and simmered it for about 30 minutes. Okay. Then after that. After the 30 minutes was up, I took some salmon. Now, what I did before, though, in the meantime, with the salmon I have is a frozen salmon brand called Orca Bay. I get that from BJ's. It comes in a big 2-pound bag. I eat salmon once a week, maybe once every other week at least. A lot of times once a week. But the salmon has skin on it. Now, I don't know about you. I don't like skin on fish of any kind, really. So what I did was I took the salmon. There are three pieces of salmon. They're about 4 ounces each, so about 3/4 of a pound of salmon. and I put it in a pan that was sprayed with some PAM spray, that type of spray, no calorie spray. And the skin side down, I heated that up a little bit so to make it softer. Okay, just for a couple minutes really, not long at all. Turned the heat off, flipped it over, and peeled the skin off. The skin peels off real easily that way. So if you haven't tried that trick, it's a trick I learned that works real well with getting skin off of fish before you cook it and eat it. Okay. So I did that with the salmon, cut it up into about 3/2 inch to 3/4 inch pieces. Okay, and had that ready to go. I defrosted some shrimp. Just put shrimp in a bowl of warm water, about a pound of shrimp, which is approximately 32 shrimp. Okay, and put it in a nice bowl of warm water. They frost pretty quickly, and the shrimp I buy is again a big 2-pound bag from BJ's. Just has the tails on them, so you take the tails off. Now I cut my shrimp in half. The recipe that the original recipe called for just whole shrimp, but I cut my shrimp in half to get more shrimp for the bite, so to speak, if you will. So I like to have smaller pieces of shrimp in my soup. So I threw those in there, and then some fresh parsley. Cut up some fresh parsley, about 3 tablespoons, and put some fresh parsley in there as well. Now one thing I did, the recipe didn't call for this, but I also added some red pepper flakes, a couple pinches, just by sight. Just put my thumb and forefinger in there and grabbed a couple pinches, just to add a little spice to it. Seafood, I always like to, especially shrimp, always like to have a little spice with the seafood. So I put a couple pinches of red pepper flakes. You don't have to if you don't like things spicy. Then I would definitely recommend stay away from the red pepper flakes. Okay, and then just heated that up for about 10 minutes more, and you're good to go. Okay, it took less than an hour, probably 45 minutes, 50 minutes to make the soup. Really, it's all said and done. Not too long. Most of that was just waiting around really for the simmer to happen and the vegetables to get soft. Okay, but very delicious. I had a bowl today for lunch. Very tasty, delicious soup. It has 433 calories. Okay, and it's high protein, 45 grams of protein. It has about, I have it written right here. Let's see, 24 grams of carbs and only 10 grams of fat. And it's good fat too. And fat in salmon is healthy omega-3 fats for your body. And the olive oil, any fat in that is good fats for your body. So it's a very healthy soup. Now below the video, I have a couple pictures, and also I do have the nutrients and everything like that. I use a site that I'll be talking about in another video. Calorie.about.com. It's a food journaling site that I put my recipes and journal my food on a daily basis. And again, I'll be talking about that in another video. But it does give a D+ rating, and the reason for the D+ rating is because they say it is high in cholesterol and it has alcohol in it. Okay, but if I were to rate this soup, it's an A minus. Maybe a B+ at the absolute worst, but I put it in the A category. Now one thing, and I'll be talking more about this topic too, cholesterol. Cholesterol in food does not give you bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol in your body has a lot to do with having bad metabolism. When you have bad metabolism, you do not burn the energy from your food the way your body is supposed to. If your metabolism is working correctly, you will not have bad cholesterol because your body doesn't allow it to build up in your arteries and that sort of thing, because it burns the food and the energy from the food quicker than it can build up on your arteries. Okay, So that's really where, if you read up on it, I've done a lot of research on it. Like I said in previous videos and on my website, I had high cholesterol for a long time. So I studied a lot on it. And really the fact is, and all the experts and doctors and everybody like that agrees that cholesterol and high cholesterol in the body comes from bad metabolism more than it does cholesterol from food itself. Okay, but if you do eat high cholesterol foods and your metabolism is not good, it will build up plaque in your arteries. There's no doubt about that. But if you do exercise on a regular basis and you do eat healthy, nutritious foods on a regular basis, you won't have anything to worry about as far as cholesterol in your food. Okay? And another thing, the wine, having the alcohol in it added to the recipe, you can omit that if that's something that is not to your liking. I happen to like wine. I like to drink wine and that type of thing myself. Wine in moderation is good for you. So it's a natural product. So that's my belief. So I put a cup of wine in this recipe, but you can omit that and just put, instead of a cup of wine, put another cup of chicken stock in the soup or water, even. Okay. So that's how I made the seafood soup. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Hope you try to make it yourself. What I would like to do is invite you to my healthy living consultation. Okay. And I'll put a link underneath the video as well to go ahead and participate in that with me, and I'll guide you step by step on how to get you into the best shape of your life and how to maintain it for a lifetime. God bless you and the best of health. Take care.